Look at that. These are just the ones that I've gone and close up that I did close-ups of.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're looking at 10 scary videos that have haunting backstories.
The shooting was captured on surveillance camera, but the gunman has yet to be caught or even identified.
For this list, we'll be examining the most disturbing videos that take on a whole new level of scariness due to their unsettling backstories. Which of these clips freaked you out the most? Let us know in the comments. Elisa Lam Elevator Footage. In 2013, Canadian student Elisa Lam disappeared while staying at the Cecil Hotel in Los Angeles. Police investigation turned up surveillance footage that showed Lam getting into the hotel's elevator on the day of her disappearance.
This, take a look, is 21-year-old Elisa Lam riding an elevator at the Cecil Hotel in Los Angeles. So she peers out the doors, runs back in, and then presses several buttons.
In the clip, Lam appears to be speaking with an unseen individual. She presses multiple buttons on the panel and at one point hides in a corner of the elevator. Online sleuths jumped on the video, attempting to analyze Lam's bizarre behavior, especially considering the Cecil Hotel's notorious reputation.
But as downtown LA descended into crime in the 80s, so did the guests. Like serial killer Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker, who killed 13 people as he lived on the 14th floor.
Sadly, Lam's body was found in one of the hotel's water tanks, nearly 3 weeks after this footage was recorded. Although her death was ruled an accidental drowning, many still believe there was some foul play behind it.
This is what it looks like at the Cecil Hotel in LA. You can see officials surrounding a water tank. This morning, someone complained about the water pressure at the hotel. When a worker went to investigate, he found the body inside.
Doorbell camera captures woman's screams. Residents of a Lamert Park neighborhood in Los Angeles, California were rattled by a woman's terrifying screams on the night of November 12, 2019.
The car was right here.
Car was right here, parked right here?
Parked right here. The butt of the car was right here. The front of the car was in the street. She looked like she was trying to get out once she seen us.
A doorbell camera from one of the houses captured the unknown woman yelling out for help in the distance. Also caught in the footage was the voice of a man apologizing. Moments later, a white car believed to be carrying the unidentified man and woman speeds down the street right in front of the house from which the footage was recorded.
I heard a scream and I just ran out to see if anyone was okay, and I saw a car and I heard a girl screaming for help, and the guy was telling her like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I told you I'm sorry," and then he kind of just drove off.
Police, believing it to be a possible kidnapping, launched an investigation into the case. Perhaps most haunting is the fact that the identity and whereabouts of the woman appear to still be unknown.
Police now are looking for that car, but also the woman who may be missing from the neighborhood.
Sandeep Nathwani drags ailing mother upstairs. This clip was recorded by a CCTV camera in a residential complex in Rajkot, India. It shows a man dragging an older woman up a flight of stairs.
A CCTV footage has been released by police in Rajkot, where a man is seen trying to throw his mother from the 4th floor of his apartment.
A short while later, the man returns to the apartment, this time without the lady. The woman, 64-year-old Jayshree Nathwani, was found dead shortly after, apparently having fallen off the terrace of the building. Her son Sandeep, an assistant professor who is the man in the footage, claimed that she had taken her own life by jumping off the terrace.
Accused Sandeep Nathwani initially informed the police about his mother falling from the apartment terrace accidentally.
However, this video seemed to contradict those claims. Sandeep was arrested and interrogated by police, upon which he confessed to ending his own mother's life, as he was fed up with her ailing condition.
Later, after analyzing the CCTV footage of the apartment, the police found that Nathwani was assisting his mother to the top floor.
The final moments of Colleen Ritzer. On October 22, 2013, high school teacher Colleen Richter was murdered in the bathroom of Danvers High School in Massachusetts, where she worked.
Students say Ritzer, who was only 24, was beloved by students for her passion for math and her commitment to help each and every student.
That afternoon, she was captured on tape leaving her classroom and heading towards the restroom. Moments later, she was followed by one of her students and eventual killer, Philip Chisholm.
And do you recognize that to be Colleen Richter?
Yes.
And you recognize that to be Philip Chisholm?
Yes.
Chisholm can be seen hesitating at first, but then he pulls his hood over his head and later wears a pair of gloves before going after his teacher. After committing the crime, Chisholm changes his clothes, wears a mask, and drags a barrel across the hallway, apparently containing Ritzer's body. He was later arrested and convicted of Ritzer's murder, which earned him at least 40 years in prison.
And her killer, Philip Chisholm, stood silent as the judge sentenced him to life in prison.
The Trinity Test. The first time a nuclear bomb was ever detonated was on July 16, 1945 in New Mexico. Dubbed the Trinity Test, the event was carried out by the U.S. as part of the Manhattan Project, which sought to develop the first nuclear weapons. The videotaped recording of this test showcased the terrifying power of the nuclear bomb. Once detonated, the explosion produced a blinding flash followed by a massive mushroom cloud that reached over 7 miles in height. The project was initiated due to fears that the Nazis might develop nuclear weapons first, and this test became a precursor to the bombings of Japanese cities Hiroshima and Nagasaki, which left an estimated 129,000 to 226,000 dead.
I realize the tragic significance of the atomic bomb. Having found the atomic bomb, we have used it.
Rajesh Sharif Black's haunting Facebook Live. On December 11, 2021, 44-year-old Rajesh Sharif Black went on Facebook to confess to a horrendous crime.
I would be doing this, but I gotta make it quick.
The session starts off pretty normal, with Black talking about the strained relationship with his ex-wife and the bitter custody battle they had been engaged in.
Online records in Howard County Circuit Court show a hearing in the custody case slated for next month, and nearly 4 years of accusations lodged across dozens and dozens of filings.
He then reveals that he had just taken the life of his ex-girlfriend and was about to do the same to his former wife, Wendy, and then himself. According to reports, Black had mental health issues and was alleged to have been violent towards Wendy during their marriage. The divorced couple were found dead by law enforcement shortly after. Police also found their kids alive and well inside Black's car parked outside the house.
Police Commissioner Michael Harrison and Mayor Brandon Scott were at the Federal Hills scene today. They both condemned what happened and said disputes like these should never end in violence.
The murder of Elizabeth Barraza. Early in the morning of January 25, 2019, Elizabeth Barraza was standing in the driveway outside her Tomball, Texas home when she was murdered in cold blood.
But investigators have found no reason why someone would want to kill the popular young woman.
I don't think that the person that shot her is the one that wanted her dead.
Barraza was setting up for an impromptu garage sale in order to fund an anniversary trip for her and her husband. Moments after her husband had driven out to work, a neighbor's doorbell camera showed an unknown individual walk up to Barraza and shoot her.
Surveillance video captures a Nissan Frontier four-door truck pull up. A person wearing go-go boots, a muumuu dress, and a wig walks up to Barraza. After she says good morning, the person fires 4 shots.
The killer then ran back to their car and sped off. Police believe that the same car returned to the scene later, seemingly to ensure their mission was accomplished. Even with a sizable reward put out by the Barraza family, her killer still remains on the loose.
There is a $50,000 reward at Crime Stoppers, and that's money this family has helped raise. They told us tonight they want to see this reward paid out.
Long Island Missing Persons Shrine. A regular hike in the woods took an extremely disturbing turn for one New York man. While walking through the Berkeley-Jackson County Park, James Rankin stumbled upon what could easily pass for a horror movie scene.
What the is going on in here?
In what appeared to be a rudimentary camp, someone had hung up several missing person posters of real-life cases. The hiker made a video of this strange sight, which went viral on Facebook.
These are all different fucking people, and they're all just...
Rankin also forwarded his findings to the police, who investigated the case and reportedly concluded that they were just decorations for a holiday party. But with the decorations having been up long before Halloween, Rankin, as well as many online spectators, believe there could be a more sinister agenda at play.
You know, what's this one? Tim... Hamilton Police, 2013.
Mr. Fritz the Doll. Dolls can either be fun toys for kids to play with or really creepy creations that can give you nightmares. This one definitely falls into the latter category, known as Mr. Fritz the Doll. This figure was filmed in the home of its owner after they'd noticed some strange occurrences. In the clip, the doll can reportedly be seen blinking and moving its mouth. Also, the cabinet in which it sits opens and closes seemingly without any aid. While the video is creepy on its own, the doll's unsettling history makes it even worse. Apparently, Mr. Fritz was made by an American prisoner at a Nazi camp during World War II. Who knows what despicable things its eyes have seen? Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Chalino Sanchez's death note. After years of selling his music out of his trunk, Chalino Sanchez rose to become the voice of narco corrido music.
A ti, mi grandota, te brindo mi canto, a ti te dedico mi humilde canción.
Sanchez had a particularly violent life, which culminated in his tragic murder on May 16, 1992. The night before, Sanchez performed to a packed audience at the Salón Bugambilias in Culiacán, Mexico. During his set, which was recorded on tape, someone handed the singer a mysterious note, widely believed to have contained a death threat. In the video, Sanchez reads the note and is immediately uneasy. He, however, crumples it and proceeds with his show. Hours later, Sanchez was abducted by a group of armed men claiming to be police officers. His body was found by an irrigation canal the next morning.